We have come here to transact business on behalf of the people of Kenya. We are looking forward to a couple of meetings. And amongst the items that we are looking to discuss with our counterparts here are matters of security and how we can enhance our security posture as a country, how we can build our Navy and other security agencies that will help us not just secure our country, but be able to exploit, much more importantly, as part of the program that we have, the blue economy. That's why, for the first time, I have set up a ministry that will be responsible for our blue economy, because we have huge resources. And this great country has the potential to work with us, either as public or even private sectors, to be able to leverage on the blue economy, to grow our economy, and to create a food-secure nation. We will be having a conversation about our technology and ICT and the digital economy in general. Again, I have set up a ministry responsible for creative economy and ICT that again will focus primarily on how we can leapfrog our country from where we are to the next level using technology. Just to let you know, we already have a big program with Korea in Konza City, which is actually our Silicon Savannah, or our technology hub. And we are seeking to build on that platform to elevate to the next level. There are already discussions that have gone on, extensive discussions. We intend, with my visit, to consolidate the discussions that we've already had, so that using technology, we can push our country to the next level. By December next year, all government services will be on a digital platform. You can transact your business. You can pay for your electricity bills. You can pay for whatever you want to pay for, either for yourself or for your loved ones or your parents or your brothers or your relatives, right from wherever you are. You may want to know that only 20%, actually almost maybe less than 15% of government services are on a digital platform. But in the next 12 months, every government service will be on a digital platform to reduce on costs, to reduce on unnecessary bureaucracy. And that is why, if you read our manifesto, we have built into our manifesto an expanded 100,000 kilometers of digital superhighway that will bring on board additional areas. All our schools, I think we have 29,000 schools in Kenya. We've said every school must be connected to the internet. Every market must be connected to the internet. And we are going to work with the private sector and all the public institutions to actualize that. We have a plan on the how. And as you work hard to change your lives here, we will work hard to change Kenya, and hopefully with all of you on board. That's part of the conversation we are going to have with the good people and the government of Korea, because they already have supported us, and we work together on the Silicon Savannah in Konza. We want to set up a mechanism that is approved and understood by the government of Korea, so that we can have opportunities for Kenya to work here legally, in a structured manner, because that is the relationship we want to have with with the government and people of Korea. So we will work with the government here to see what opportunities of the 100,000 people who come to work in this great country, what opportunities we can secure, in what areas, in what professional areas, in what other areas we can secure for the people of Kenya, who are extremely hardworking and creative and innovative people. So I don't think we will miss the opportunity to agree, because I am very confident myself about the work ethic of the people of Kenya. They have never let us down in terms of being hardworking, creative, innovative, and self-driven. We have several institutions in Kenya that we've been supported by the government here to set them up, and we even build the curriculum so that the curriculum they teach in their technical training colleges here is the same curriculum we are teaching in the colleges they are sponsoring in Kenya. And we are working with them to develop the same curriculum so that we do not necessarily have to send many Kenyans here. They can actually get the training in the institutions back at home. Kenya is now growing to be a big exporter of avocado. We are already the leading exporter of tea. We are the leading exporter of coffee out of the continent. And I was having a conversation with a minister who came to receive me this evening. And I was telling him that the Lipton, English breakfast tea, and all these other teas that you hear about, those are actually Kenyan teas. The people who are calling it English breakfast, the English themselves, they don't have a single bush of tea. They don't, right? And our position is the following, that we are now going to have a common user facility in Mombasa, in the special economic zone in Dongokundu. As you're all aware, we are exporting 95% of all our tea unprocessed or semi-processed. That is going to change. My position is that in the next 5 years, at the minimum, we must move from 5% of processed tea to 50%. And then in the next 10 years, we should be processing every gram of tea leaving Kenya. That way, we will not only double our value of tea, but we will triple, maybe even quadruple, the number of jobs that we create in that space. So we're going to be deliberate about what we're going to do. And I want to promise you that we're going to work together with you guys, continue sending us the good ideas that you have. We will continue to have a robust engagement. We're going to see how we can open channels of communication between your government and the citizens of our great country so that we can build this together. My focus is that we have 400 of you, 300 plus or minus in Korea. I am looking forward that the next time I come to Korea, we will have 10,000 Kenyans working here. I know many of you may be planning on how to come home. I am planning on how many more Kenyans can be coming to Korea. So we'll have to meet somewhere in the middle. And I think it's good for you to come home, but for holiday. And then you can come back and continue doing the good you're doing. And I say this specifically because, you have to understand what is your competitive advantage as a nation. As Kenyans, we have the best human capital anywhere in the globe. And we must recognize that. We have the best human capital anywhere in the world. Speaking good English, creative, innovative, hardworking, self-driven, friendly, educated. You rarely get those many qualities in one bundle of a human being, but you get them in Kenya. And it's because of that spirit that Kenyans are different everywhere they go. And because we have a competitive advantage in our human capital, we must leverage on it to make sure that we expand opportunities for our country. I am looking. Today, we are receiving about $3.5 towards $4 billion every year from our diaspora. That's roughly about 400 billion Kenyan shillings. I am looking forward, God willing, in the next 5 years, to push it from $4 billion to $1 trillion. We have the best human capital, and we must use it to drive our country. Therefore, prepare yourselves. We're going to be negotiating tomorrow to see how more of our technicians, more of our engineers, more of our teachers, more of our clinical personnel can find work in the 100,000 foreigners who come and work in Korea. 10,000 Kenyans are not too many. From 100,000, 10,000 ni kidogo. Tunaweza kujikaza na hapo. So, and I will make this deliberate. The Ministry for Labor already has the script on what we need to do, not just for Korea, but for the globe in general. Kenya is a big player. You may want to know that we are probably the country in Africa that has close to 90% green energy, and we intend to take it to 100%. And we have a plan on how to leverage our position so that we can attract funds to be able to manage the damage and loss occasioned by climate change. And as you are aware, that's why we have huge drought in many parts of our country, not because of mistakes of our making, but the mistakes of others. And we had a candid discussion in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt on the big subject of loss and damage, which was elusive for the last almost 5 years. But finally, in Sharm el-Sheikh, the final resolution was that loss and damage is going to be quantified and a special fund set up to deal with loss and damage by countries like Kenya, who are paying a huge price, yet contributing very little to the damage that climate change is causing to our globe.